90. That is right, 90 episodes of The Road to Glory. My longest series ever is nearing 100 episodes. Craziness. Thank you for all the support so far on The Road to Glory, and welcome back to another episode today. If you do enjoy it, please don't forget to share your support by smashing a thumbs up, and of course, don't forget to subscribe if you are new around here. So moving on back to where we where we finished things off in the last episode. I played 3 games of the Weekend League. Now, I've got another few games to play in today's episode, and that would be my Weekend League done. You know, I had a couple of hours to play. Like usual, like if I do qualify for the Weekend League, on this account, nowadays, I do try and get a few games in there just to earn a couple packs, a few thousand coins, that sort of thing. Definitely not the sort of person that's going to play 40 games every week. It's just not my style, not my cup of tea, and I think I would lose even more hair than like this receding hairline is starting to do anyway. So, moving on into the first game of today's episode, we come up against a Prem team with the new 88 Schmeichel, Kante and Rashford, both with stat cards on them. So, I was a bit nervous about that because Kante's good as it is, and then Rashford, well, he's super quick. But we start things off with 1, my own player tackling my own striker when we ran through on goal, and then 2, hitting the post there from a free kick. Although Podolski's got amazing free kick stats, I can't get it right with him. I can't get the angle right. Doesn't matter because we go down the other end and we score before even 20 minutes is on the clock, so that's good. Yeah, but Podolski, he's like, the way he stands so on the side, I feel like free kicks are random enough as it is this year anyway, but I can't tell with a player like that if his stance is, I can't work that stance out. I've never been good with the likes of him or like Yaya Toure, who stands really side on. I kind of like a player to almost be like straight on with a little step to the left or to the right because I feel like I can hit them better that way. But we do go 2-0 up here. Abubakar slots home with his 3-star weak foot, so I can't really complain about that. I feel like both Eto'o and Abubakar have been actually quite good on the 3-star weak foot. I think it's because they've got super high shooting stats. So the fact that, 3-star is like average, right? It means that they can shoot every now and again on that foot, but wouldn't rely on it. But most of the time I get through one-on-one, it's inside the box, and you can pretty much tap home with either foot in that situation. Eto'o gets through there but misses with his strong foot from just inside the box, and it falls to Dele Alli, who smacks it, comes off Eric Bailly. Eto'o's got it again, but I think he was just offside, and unfortunately we can't extend our lead right there. I did bring on Al Soma, who in the last episode got a couple of little run-outs as well, and was very quiet and missed a sitter or two. So far, not been impressed with him at all as we hit the post right there. But Abubakar is there to tap that one home to annihilate this guy, get a 3-0 up, and then I pause it just to see if he'll quit. It was midway through the afternoon on Sunday, which is of course the last day. People get a little bit sort of rushed for time, and if they're in a situation where they're losing 3-0 in the second half, I feel like their temptation would be to quit. So I paused it there and he decided to go, which is exactly the situation that I was looking for. I would have done the same thing. In the opposite situation, I would have probably quit right there. So we are now 3-1, decent-ish start, I guess, apart from that, that first game, which we lost. Other than that, we're doing all right, and it is time to go into another game. So I apply a squad fitness. Luckily for me, the squad fitnesses have been coming for free because I've been doing bronze pack method and SBCs and all of that stuff, and all of that stuff is actually pretty decent, like it doesn't cost much. When you do the bronze pack method, you actually get stuff for free. I've been making profit, and I've got squad fitnesses which are worth over 1,000 coins each and all of that good stuff. So moving on into this guy, this guy's team was actually pretty good. It was, Lacazette, it was Fekir, it was it Player of the Month Ali? Yeah, I think it was. And I struggle against all 3 of those players. And I had a corner, but he just countered me from it straight away. And Lacazette, well, yeah, just counter-attack goal, as simple as that. And I noticed that a couple of times when I was getting forward like this and getting corners, that he would literally, his idea was to just hit me on the counter-attack from it. And it was working pretty well for him. Dele Alli gets into the box, but good save by Thibaut Courtois right there. And now Abubakar showing some strength. A nice 4-star skill. Gets it to Podolski, to Eto'o, back to Podolski. And that's a lovely, well-worked goal between our 3 players. Our strike force has gelled into a great little unit. And the only thing I don't like about what we've currently got is Podolski is only a 3-star skiller and a 2-star weak foot, I'm pretty sure. and his stamina goes down really quick. So I was thinking about changing. I don't know how much my Strike Force is actually worth right now because, of course, the market has fallen through its arse. But if the market's fallen through its arse, maybe those guys can sell for a little bit. I've obviously got close to 200k right now. We would have some money to play with to get a different Strike Force. I don't know. Kind of loyal towards Eto because he does stuff like that for me. That was like a carbon copy of the goal that he scored against me. Because we countered from his corner kick this time, and Eto's got the pace, and he's super clinical. Like, I would miss Eto if we sold him, but would a legend, you know, that legends are a great option. Fekir that this guy's got is like 80k at the time of recording this. That's a great price for an awesome player, and maybe we could link to, like, you know, Fekir links to Lacazette. We could then, what would we need? We could get like the ones to watch. Julian Draxler at Cam, because he would link to the 2 French strikers and get that German link to Emre Chat. We could do that. Would that be better than what we've currently got? Fekir, like, special version. Probably just the regular Lacazette or the Movember, because I don't really have the coins to get any of the informs. The jump is quite big. And then I'm not sure how much ones to watch Draxler is. But of course he has got an inform upgrade, so he's got good stats. So I imagine he's probably 100k or something. But let me know what you think. Is that a good option that we could go down? That was one of the routes I was thinking. We're just annihilating this guy with Podolski at this point in time. He just, like, it was a close game against a difficult opponent. And then sometime in the second half he just cracked. I think once I scored another goal, he opened up shop and it was free for me to score. So that was one route I was going down for the Strike Force. The other one was like, you know, my love for Patrick Kluivert. I mean, one sec. I've literally got a signed Patrick Kluivert item that my friends over at EA gave to me. So I love Kluivert. He's my favourite legend. And he's like a price now where I could almost get him on the road to glory. If I sold up the Strike Force, but I don't know who I would have with him and whether I would have many coins to spend on the other striker and the Cam. I'm not too sure where we'd be at right there, but it would be kind of like, you know, it's called Ultimate Team, right? And this is the road to glory. And for me, it would be glorious and we would complete our Ultimate Team if we had someone like Kluivert. I just don't know whether it's feasible or worth it. Should I keep my coins for tots? Is the market going to crumble and then I'm going to be able to buy more for what I've got? I don't know. These are the questions that are going through my head. So we got 2 wins out of 2 in today's episode, actually, which is pretty good. We're now 4-1. That's like a respectable start, in my opinion. The first 5 games are important to know how you're going to do. And for me, like, I'm only going to play one more game in this weekend league. So ideally, if we get a win here in our final game, we would get to bronze 1, which gets us like that's kind of like my aim all the time. If I've only got a couple of hours to play, I need to try and get that 5 wins just so that I can get like 7.5k and a 25k pack, which is a decent little reward for just playing a few games and getting a couple wins. But this guy was a decent player. I was worried about Player of the Month Kane because he always does me in. Like, he's so good. And then that Andre Gray is always a threat as well. And like it took less than 10 minutes for this guy to fire a goal into the back of the net. And then Eto, well, we go up the other end and I hit the post of Emre Can. We did that the other game, but then Abubakar was there to tap home. Not quite as lucky this time. However, Kante at the near post finds Ogbonna, who's been a great centre-back for us since joining the club. Gets himself, I think it's his 2nd goal for the club itself. So that's pretty good. He's done well there. Sometimes he arrives at the near post. Sometimes he sits more in the middle. I think he arrives at the near post if you play it short and then whip it across. I don't know. But Abubakar takes the shot and it gets nicely deflected for me. And there is a Sami Eto'o running in at the back post. And like, in a few minutes, we've turned this game around from being 1-0 down against a solid player to somehow 2-1 up. But we have to remember, it's only the 20th or it was like the 21st minute when we scored that goal. So it's definitely not over right now. However, when Eto'o scores a 3rd, in very lucky circumstances, I just kept tackling him. Yeah, that was kind of unfortunate for my opponent. But we get a 2-goal cushion. And I'm like, okay, now I need to play kind of defensively. I need to just hold the ball, not do anything stupid, don't concede again, and then he just scores on me straight away. And that completely threw out any idea of what I could, you know, how my game play was going to go from there. I miss a sitter in the second half with Sami Eto'o. Like, wasn't sure whether to keep running with Abubakar or what. But we whipped this in from a corner, and I don't think I was even like locked on to Abubakar. He just like auto-headed it, which thanks game for giving me an auto-header goal. I'm pretty sure I was locked onto Ogbonna there, but you know, sometimes the game does do that. And we score like a carbon copy of the goal that we scored in the first half, which is good. Eto and Dele Alli linking up really well there, and Dele Alli scores another goal from just outside the box to give us a 3-goal cushion in this one. And that was good because I was doing that thing, and so was my opponent, where we would pause it after each goal we scored. I only did it when I got a two-goal cushion, and then he didn't quit. And then when he scored to make it like 3-2, he paused as well. So there was a little bit of cockiness going on from both sides. But eventually I paused it on that one, and he decided that it was the right move to quit because it was the second half. He was 3 goals down. It's a difficult one to come back from, really. So we've made it. We've hit our 5 wins, and that was about as much time as I had left to play some weekend league this time. So we've reached our goal we got our 5 wins in 6 games. So not too bad. You know, the road to 39-1 was there, but I just decided to veer off and not go down that road and see how far we could get because of just didn't have the time. It was mid-evening on Sunday night, and people were already starting to hype up the Player of the Year Kante and stuff, so I needed to go back on my main account, try and get a bit sorted there in case it was something that I could do. But unfortunately, like, even at this point in time, I'm not going to buy them. They're crazy expensive SBCs, and TOTS is just around the corner. I can't go bankrupting myself on that. You just saw the stats of our main strike force. I'm still pretty happy with them. Stamina is the only main issue that I've got with all 3 of those players, or maybe not Abubakar. But let's face it, Eto's my main man. Abubakar's great and all that, but he's not quite Eto. And then Podolski's good, but he's 3-star, 2-star with low stamina. So, I don't know. Suggestions in the comments. Tweet me as well. That'd be great. Anything like that, what we could do would be fantastic. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, smash a like. Don't forget to sub if you're new. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.